welcome back to my channel, Plan with KP. I'm Kimmy, and this is going to be part one of setting up my new 2023 planner. I just got this a few days ago for Christmas, and I need to get this up and going. I've already kind of thought about a few things. I don't have anything like necessarily written down. I do have a couple post-it notes, so I'm thinking every month I'll have a master to-do list. Today's plan is to work on getting January set up so it's ready to go. And then over the course of the weeks, I do not have anything like pre-planned yet. I did throw my bookmark in for the first week. I will be switching planners on the 1st. So this is a plan for later on this week. It is Tuesday, I think, Tuesday the 27th in the morning as I film this. And then if we go to the back, just for the sake of showing you guys, this is going to be a page in case of emergency. So it'll have my husband's and my information in terms of like insurance, for some reason if we don't have our cards on us, things like that. Same thing for list of medications that we take. There's a couple blank pages that I have not necessarily figured out what I'm going to do with them. In years past, I've done like a log of doctor's appointments, and I was going to do that this time, and then it occurred to me that I can just put that in the back of my budget planner because things like that relate to finances. And then that kind of frees up space in here. I do like to use these pages if we go on vacation, but currently there's nothing planned. I do keep my passwords in my planner. I know everyone says don't do it. I have never lost a planner, and I have never had any issues from like security purposes from it. So I don't need these random holidays, I guess you could say. So I will be putting a sticker sheet over this and then filling in passwords. Obviously, you guys will not be seeing it. And then another page with information that I tend to keep on hand that I don't need the internet to know about is just a list of doctor's offices. So I'll probably use the left half for my grandma, and then, you know, my dentist, optometrist, things like that, I'll probably put on the right half. And then that just helps to make sure that I've got phone numbers and, more importantly, hours for their offices in case I want to schedule anything. This is going to be for pre-planning. So my planner goes through December of 2023. This will be 2024. And then I have not decided yet for things beyond 2024. And we'll kind of approach that when I get there. But for now, this is what I'm going to be using. And then you guys know that there's stickers in the back. There's also the perpetual calendar. I have not used that in years because I keep all of mine on my address book that I was gifted right before my wedding. So that's kind of where we're at. In terms of doing the monthly today, I do have some stickers already planned out. This was a sticker set that I was gifted for Christmas, and inside, I've already pulled out the page that I want, but I want to show you. It's got one per month, which is really exciting. I've never actually done a monthly decorative plan, or at least not consistently. And then in the back, there's just extra pages. So I went through and I pulled out January, and then just a handful of other things that might be helpful in terms of like, you know, grocery shopping, payday. This one I thought the pattern matched pretty well with these like little leafy bits. The color's a little off, but the pattern looks the same. Same thing, dentist, doctor. I'm not sure if I'll need those, but it might come in handy. And then same thing, these are sort of similar-ish colors. This one I think is a little more green compared to the blue. But if you don't look that closely, it might work. I don't know. We're going to start with this page. These stickers, I'm not sure how well they write. I have not tried it out yet. They do feel kind of, I don't know, slippery is the only word coming to mind. So I did bring out a Sharpie mostly for the fine tip. I had to go digging for this one because it's the only one in the house that is black with the fine tip on the other end. I have a whole bunch of like big chunky Sharpies that aren't the double-sided. So that is the special one that I hide away from my husband. I've got my Tombow, whatever this thing is. And then you guys know my favorite ballpoint is the Papermate. I want to call it Papermate Flare. That's not. It is the Comfort Mate Ultra, which I don't think I've ever read off the name of that. That's just my favorite pen if we're talking ballpoint. The question is, I'm not sure this January sticker will cover that. It does, but then I lose 2023, which I think is kind of important. So I'm almost wondering if we will January over here. And then that way I know this to-do list goes with January. I would know that anyways because I have always associated the page before with the month of, but yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We have a Happy New Year sticker. So we're going to squeeze that in here. I really have no idea where to put it. I think we're going to try and put most of it like overlapping this tab. And hopefully the 8th just doesn't get busy on me. President's Day, I don't really care about. It's not one of my holidays that I get off work. Maybe celebrate the positive. That would be cute. Cover this little notes box. I don't mind taking up a whole big box because this is the end of this is February, and so I will be in February when it comes time to writing anything down. I kind of want to use this sticker for a birthday, but I almost think that is going to clash because I'm trying to go for more of a winter theme. Not sure how I smudged that sticker. Do you guys see that right there? This is weird. So maybe I kind of felt like the full black border was a little overwhelming considering the lighter colors on the page. So I did try to cover that up with some more gold. And I think that's about it for the decorations. If I'm feeling ambitious, I might cut off this little tiny corner that's sticking off, but I think for now we're going to leave it. And then let me show you guys, this might be weird, but I was planning out how I was going to be using my planner for this year because I am doing I was going to call it horizontal. That's not the right word. I was going to try an hourly, which I've never done before, but I'm pretty excited. So this is kind of my brainstorming for the monthly. You've got the number in the corner, and then there's this like awkward space, which I don't know why they don't put the holidays to fill that awkward space. It doesn't make any sense to me why they don't do that. But I always feel like half the time you run out of room if you're writing a birthday or an anniversary. I do like to track how many hours I have at work. So we're going to stick a number in there and that'll kind of fill the space. So right underneath that, we're going to be listing birthdays and anniversaries. And then sort of the middle of the box would be any sort of like plans that I have because I have my YouTube channel. I will be listing out videos that I post, or at least the ones I intend to. Things like that. So this is kind of how we're going about it. Obviously, I don't know my hours worked until I am done with my shift. I usually only check that 2 or 3 times in the month, so those will get filled in after the fact. We're going to start with birthdays and anniversaries. And then again, we are going to be going into my address book to get that information. Oh, and I meant to tell you guys, I have my little pouch. This is what I keep in my, like attached to the front of my planner in my purse. And so it's got my pink and blue highlighters. So Kimmy's color and my husband's color. And then this tannish marker I use as a highlighter, and that's going to be what I'm using for birthdays and anniversaries. And I am a very inconsistent person when it comes to pre-planning. So here I've got lowercase, I've got the full word, I've got abbreviated, here I've got capitals. It's fine, you guys. Don't need to stress over it. Whatever gets it down on the page to be able to continue on with life. And then this is going to be really awkward, so we're going to flip this over. So besides birthdays and anniversaries, next would be appointments and things. And I'm fairly confident we've got at least one in there. So next is going to be, you guys bear with me on this one, okay? So all of these things hanging out of my planner is essentially a copy of my pre-planning notes. And I don't know how much is on here that I need to avoid. So I'm going to give you a sneak peek. So here is a copy of my momentum planner and what my monthly looked like. And so obviously I don't need December anymore. So here I have January and February. And then after that, we have copies of my Amplify planner. And so we will be transferring those dates over. This is the same thing, another copy of my Amplify planner. And I think there's information on the other side. So I wanted to keep that. This was my Amplify, like the super duper pre-planning. And same thing, I have not gone through to see how much of this is important because the momentum planner only went so far on pre-planning. What I did is the blank page before the weekly I used to put future appointments because I wasn't going to keep pulling out my Amplify planner. And then I have a sticky note on the bottom of that for my, not mine, but someone that I know has a lot of upcoming traveling / moving. So I have those dates up there too. Basically, this is just like a weird assortment of things. I also have like little to-do list items that were just kind of stuck on here. I don't know, you guys, I'm kind of making it up as I go. It's one of those things, if you've had it in too many places, then collecting it is kind of a pain. And that's kind of where I'm at right now, trying to get my life in order. The other thing that might totally mess me up is my Amplify, that's not the right word, my momentum planner started its monthly on a Monday, and I have a Sunday start in all of my Erin Condrans. So we're going to try really, really hard and not mess this up. Side note, because this is the first time setting it up, I am doing my highlighter before writing. In normal everyday life, I write my plans and then I go back whenever I'm thinking about it to fill in whatever color is associated. So like in reality, you got to keep your priorities, and this is mostly just so that it's nice the first time around, and it will get messy as life goes on. Okay, that's kind of where I'm at right now for planning things. I do have, so I want to leave a little section for resolutions, and then I think I'm going to put miscellaneous to-do items. And I feel like this is one of the only bits of like big gold. So we're going to go through with some smaller gold. And there's a couple reminders that I want to do fairly regularly. So start of the year, we need to replace our toothbrush heads. Oh, you guys, this is great. So this was my list for January anyways. It was like, okay, make sure you check the Amplify, which previously had pre-planning in it, Momentum Planner, which is basically only things that showed up within a month and a half of me using it, and then the monthlies in the Momentum Planner itself that I had filled in. So that's pretty exciting. I also forgot one. Okay, so this covers my January. Like I said, I'm not sure, at this rate, I'm kind of feeling the vibe, but I'm not sure if I want to go through and do all of my months at once. I usually have at least the plans in here, but I don't know, and I haven't really decided. So what I think I'm going to do is think about it some more. What I have in the meantime, because I don't like to be without my plans, that's like the whole point of having a planner, is to know what's going on. So what I think I'm going to do, I have to take that sticky note to work. I have these like Erin Condren sticky notes that fit in the dashboard. That's not the right word, in the sidebar. And I don't love this pattern, but it fits. So what I think I'm going to do is use this in the meantime, and then I have plans written down should I need to reference them, but it'll give me time to think over the next week or two and see how I'm enjoying my decorated monthly, if I like it, if I don't like it, if I need to go about it a different way, things like that. So what I'll be doing is filling in birthdays and anniversaries on the top, and so I'll just put, the 3rd and, Bob. I don't know Bob, but you know what I'm saying. So we'll have like birthdays and anniversaries listed, and then I'll have like a list of appointments, and I'll make sure to highlight those dates because that stands out more than birthdays and anniversaries, which I kind of wing as I go. And then we're going to do this probably off camera because I'm running out of time. So I will put the little sheets and then I'll just fill them in, and then that allows me to go through and make other notes. And then same thing, random to-do list items, because for whatever reason, our primary care doctor can only schedule 6 months in advance, and it's not due for, I think, July. So in February, March-ish, I will go through and I'll make a note to call them. So it'll probably be like a 3 sections kind of a thing. One for actual birthdays and anniversaries, one for appointments, and then I'll have like random to-dos that need to be done sort of around that time. I almost feel like there's more, but this is kind of like the basics, and then I will come back because I'm trying to get all this done before my work. One thing I want to go back and do, I think. So I got washi tape for Christmas, and I was kind of thinking this color set would look really nice with some of these ones because it's got the blue, and then this is yellow instead of gold, but like kind of similar, except for I went for a winter theme and not a spring theme. And then same thing, these colors I thought kind of matched, but it's the wrong season. And then this one is the right season, but it's a little bit, I think, on the bluey side. Actually, that green in there is kind of close. So we might stick this down here anyways. Okay, so that's the gist of how my monthlies are going to be set up. And then when it comes time to do either the notes pages, the ones that I can show you if I've decided there's anything I can, then we will go through and fill those in. And then same thing, I will probably do my master to-do list a little bit closer towards the end of the year. I've still got most of this week. And then so I'll probably do this ending part of the week. I don't need to do like the full thing because it's only on Sunday when I'll be switching over. So I'll go through and set this up probably at the same time as my master to-do list, which may or may not be the same video as any notes pages that I do. Thank you all so much for bearing with me in this kind of mishmash of planning. It's, hard to get things situated when you're moving into a new planner, and things were all over the place to start with. So I could have and should have probably, like, for my own sanity, gone through previously to kind of sort things out by time frame so that I knew what to put in here, but I wanted to show like the realness of not knowing where all your stuff is. So I'm going to assemble my information over the next couple of days, and I will catch you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.